We have that great golf demonstration for you. We've got a fabulous golf pro, actually one of the best golfers in the Northwest.
That's right. He's going to share some tips with us. He's going to give Allison a little lesson on how to improve her golf game. Not that you need much improvement, right?
You know what? I actually do need some improvement.
All right. Well, you're going to get some help here in a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. Like golfing, Allison.
Well, that's right. This morning we are welcoming a very special guest, and that is McCall's Whitetail Club's head golf pro, Todd Bindner. And you're going to be offering up some golf and fitness tips, helping people get ready for that summer golf season.
Yes, it's time to start golfing. By the weather this weekend looks like it's going to be pretty good. So
very, very true. I'm really looking forward to that. And I happen to marry into a golf family, not really a big golfer in the past. And so I'm hoping you can kind of give us some beginner tips here.
Well, we can definitely do that. You know, golf is seems especially for the beginner, seems pretty complicated, but I really try to keep it simple. And as like a lot of other PGA pros do, they offer golf lessons and clinics for beginners. So introduce them to the game and learn the right way so you can have some fun.
Well, really, for me, what's so difficult is not just getting the grip right. It's getting all the different kind of movements to work in flow and get that really nice, smooth swing through.
Right. Well, remember, the first thing about golf is you want to learn the skill of golf, which is the short game, how to hold the club, and how to stand to the ball. But then once you have that, golf is very similar to a lot of other sports. Say, hitting a tennis ball, you have that same body movement where you're rotating around and trying to hit the ball, or a lot of people are playing softball in leagues this summer. It's the same exact move where you're turning back and you turn through and hit the ball. So this ball should be really easy because it's sitting on the ground. It's not moving.
That's you would think so. Not really true.
So why don't we try, let's just get started with, I'll show you how to grip the club.
Okay.
That's the basics. And so now you're a right-handed golfer. So
yes, I am.
We start with our left hand, and we're going to keep it right there in the fingers and wrap your hand around. Yeah, good.
I'm trying to remember what I've learned about grip here.
So the grip handle is going to remain right in your fingers, and then your hands are going to be close together, just like so. And the club face is square, which is straight up and down if you're holding it up in front of you. So you've got a great grip.
And do I cross the thumbs?
Yep. This right hand is going to come right over your thumb, just like so.
Okay,
yeah,
and
perfect.
just the pinky.
I would just interlock those two fingers or overlap them, either way.
Very
a lot of players just use what they call a baseball grip, where you don't even interlock them, just slide them close together. There you go. So it's in your fingers, slide them close together, and the face is square. So the next thing you want to do is stand athletic stance, which is shoulder width.
Shoulder width.
And get into an athletic stance. Now you're ready to hit the ball.
Okay.
So again, we'd start with the short game where you're hitting chips and pitches around the green so you can really feel the club hit the ball. And then you practice. A lot of players, you see a lot of golfers, they're in the grocery store, they're in the elevator, wherever they are, they're practicing their swing, that body movement where they're rotating back
and then
back through. So
pushing with the back arm, is that right?
And basically you're just turning your body and keeping your balance. So it's a simple move, and that's what you see a lot of experienced golfers trying to get that move so they can repeat it each time. So.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And for everybody who's interested, you're one of the best in the Pacific Northwest, one of really the best in the country. So if you do want to learn from the best, Whitetail is hosting its inaugural golf school. It is slated for June 10th and 11th. There are all the details up there. So if you want to attend that, or if you just want to get some lessons here from Todd, there's the number on your screen. And again, Whitetail Golf Course, absolutely gorgeous Whitetail Golf Club, is located up in McCall.
Yep, thank you.
Well, thank you. Always a pleasure having you on.
Thank you, yes.
And hopefully you're going to be able to use some golf tips maybe for the weekend
I hope
coming
so.
up.
Any tips would be great.
Right, 6:09 right now. And coming up next, just about golf season, next the golf pro from the Whitetail Club at the Shore Lodge, giving some tips to improve your swing. And Kyle's, stick around.
You're watching Good Morning Live with your weather on the Sixes.
All right, welcome back. Well, supposedly spring is here, which means golf season's been in full effect. And after heading out to the mats and the driving range, realized my swing could use a little work. Actually, it could use a lot of work. The head pro for Whitetail Club, Todd Bindner, is in Studio 6. Give us a few golf tips this morning. Of course, this is up in McCall, beautiful course near the Shore Lodge. So let's talk some golf tips.
So that'd be great.
All right.
Thanks for having me in.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for waking up with us. All right. So what's the first thing we really want to get down with the approach here?
Well, the one thing with golf is it seems like a really complicated game.
Yeah,
but
it does.
you know, the last few years with the new equipment out and a lot of the PGA pros have new teaching techniques to make the game simpler. The number one thing, though, I think you have to spend a little time, like any sport or activity, learning the basics.
Okay.
Get the skill level of golf, which I think is the short game. You have to have your grip set, your stance, and then it becomes an athletic move, just like throwing a ball or hitting a tennis ball or swinging a baseball bat, those kind of things, very similar moves. So.
Okay, well let's start with the grip then. So what do we mainly want to focus on when it comes to grip?
Mainly with the grip. Now you're a right-handed player,
I am a right-handed player, yes.
Let's have the club up here a little bit more so we can kind of see it.
I want them to see it at home.
Right-handed, so he starts with his left hand on the club, and we're going to try and really keep the handle of the grip in your fingers. So that way you have better control of the club face. And go ahead and place your right hand on there. Same thing again in the fingers, and your right hand is going to slide really up nice close to your left so they act as one. So when you're swinging that club, the club face is going to hit the ball square and it's going to go straight.
Okay. All right, so I guess
that's the basic of the grip.
All right, approach would be next then?
The next thing is standing up to the ball, and you want to feel like you're in an athletic stance. Good balance, feet about shoulder width apart. And what I like to do is start with short game, give you a feel of making good contact with the ball, with chipping and pitching and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Spend a little time doing that.
At severely.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you're going to score well. Everybody likes to get out there and hit their driver and hit it a long ways, but I think if you spend a little time with your short game, you'll do better with a long game too.
Okay, so when it comes to the actual swing, any main things you want to focus on?
Again, you want to, once you get set with your grip and your stance, and we have a short club here, so we're going to you position the ball in the middle of your stance. But it's a feeling of turning back, swinging your arms, and turning through and swinging your arms through. So it's a back and a through move. You want to give it a go?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
Might as well. We have you in
I'm
studio.
going to move back.
Yeah, you go ahead.
We've converted the studio into a nice little practice area. I like it.
And for you guys watching at home, the background we're using, this is actually the 11th hole at Whitetail Clubs.
Okay, ready?
Yeah,
let's give it a go. That's very good. Good swing.
So not too bad, right?
That's a nice smooth swing. The tempo of your backswing was great, and then you gained some good momentum coming through to a follow-through.
I'm sure I probably use a much different swing at the golf course. Usually try to just crush the ball.
Well, once you get your driver, you like to ramp it up a little bit.
Of course.
Swing hard.
Well, that's the whole point of pulling out the driver. Yeah. Usually a lot of slicing sometimes.
That was good.
On the driver. Okay, so let's talk about Whitetail. Pretty big and fun event coming up for you guys up there, right?
We do. We have a couple events. We are a private club, but the Shore Lodge, if you stay at the Shore Lodge, you have to play the golf course. But in the late summer, we have what we call the Payette Cup. It's a couples invitational event, and it's a 3-day event. That's a lot of fun.
Wow, 3-day event. Okay, and end of August here from what you can see on your screen. It is limited, though, to 60 couples, so you'll want to check this out at whitetailclub.com. And you were just mentioning when it comes to whitetail, if you stay at the Shore Lodge, you do have you can play at the course, right?
Right.
You know, it is a private club. Okay, all right, Todd Bindner in here to give me some tips. Probably won't help too much, though, sadly. Thank you very much, though, for waking up with us. And stay with us. We'll be back right after this with the morning's top local stories right after that.